Well, you just came just in the perfect time because I had the most crazy experience at work. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay, cool. I'm from New Jersey. You know where's New Jersey,
Yeah, of
right?
course. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I don't know if I should share this.
I don't have a lot of followers over here, and I don't post any content unless I have permission and consent from you. So,
Oh my God, I don't know how to start this off, but yesterday I went for my lunch break and I saw my car. Somebody like yanked my car.
mhm.
The front. Oh my, I can't even think straight, but like somebody yanked my car, right?
Yeah.
And I was so confused. I was like, what's going on? So I went to the front desk and I said to him, hey, do you know anyone that I could reach out about this situation? And he said, you have to call the cops. And I was like, okay, fine. I called the cops. The cops was like, I was like, I want to file a report. And he said, we don't do reports online. So you have to come in person. Mind you, I don't know how to handle this stuff.
Yeah.
So I went over there. I told my manager, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go because somebody would yank my car. So I need to go to the car to the police session. She said, sure, I take 2 hours out of your PTO. I was like, yes, I know.
That's
I
crazy.
know, I know. I was like, what? This happened at work.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? Okay, so she said, so then I went to the police office and this police officer was so nice. He's like, what happened? And I was like, oh, somebody yanked my car. They're like, why you left the scene? I said, you guys told me to come here. You guys told me to legit come here. So why are you making me? Well, I don't understand. I don't understand. What am I missing? They're like, you shouldn't just stay because that would consider a car accident or something.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, fill out this form. I filled up the form. I went home and I spoke with my partner. I was like, why? What's going on? Like, why? I don't understand how this is a car accident when I was not even in the car
Mhm.
and nobody, and I can't tell who hit my car. So this is what's that word? Vandalizing?
Yeah,
Somebody
vandalism.
vandalized
Yeah.
my fucking car. So then I called the cops again. I was like, listen, I don't have a claim with you guys, but like, I want to know who's the right person to talk about this because somebody did that. And they were like, call tomorrow, let them come tomorrow and see your car, and then they can do investigation. They came, they said they can't really do nothing about my car because I left the scene. I went back home and then I came back to work. So who anybody out there that doesn't know about how it works, you have to stay in the scene. So I was like, what the fuck? So now I have to do everything with my insurance.
Mm. Well, I'm so sorry to hear you had to go through that experience. That sounds terrible. From the
That's
work
okay. You
to the
know, it is
vandalizing to the police officers and not having good communication on what you're supposed to do. Like I can only imagine how frustrating that is.
It is frustrating, but you know what? I'm learning that it is happening for a reason and I don't have control of the situation. So it's either somebody I can fix it or just leave it how it is, you know? So
I get you.
don't give a fuck. I just need to stop not I shouldn't I mean I should care, but I don't care like that anymore.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like by you getting it off your chest too, I mean, I feel like that, talking about it more and more and more to different people, it makes it a little bit easier to deal with, in my opinion. But I don't know how you feel about that.
Or like saying it to more to people.
Yeah, like just getting off your chest because if you hold that in, you'd have a partner to talk to, and you're like, you'd have a parent you could talk to, whatever. Then you're sitting there like, am I going crazy here? Like,
Yeah.
am I taking crazy pills? No one's like understanding what I'm talking about. No one knows this
Yeah.
experience. So you know what I'm saying? So for you to just vent it out a little bit may hopefully feel a little bit better. Even though I have no advice, I couldn't really help you with the situation.
No, and I know you don't. Like we just met, and I'm just happy that you get to listen to me, and I appreciate that. You're nice, you're kind, and I like your broadcast. If I was that's actually perfect. It aligned perfectly for and who won. You did? I
No,
don't
no,
know,
you won. You won.
but just want to appreciate that you listened to me because like this is crazy.
100%. 100. I can't. The PTO thing is a real shock. I can't believe that they would do
Isn't
that.
that fucked up? Am I tripping? But then again, you have this Indian guy. Again, nothing with the Indian guy, Indians,
Yeah.
unhealthy because I eat their food. But it's just crazy. His car broke down, and he got to work remote the whole week.
Wow. Do you think
So
that
I'm
may
like,
fall into like favoritism, or do you think like, or what? Why do you think he gets to get a different
I
slot?
don't know. Again, it's very diverse group, but it's just like it's crazy how I've been there for so long, and he's new. So maybe he's like new. He's getting the beginning privilege, like the first, oh, like you could go, you could stay. Like we don't want to lose you, so like
Right.
People
the
work for
illusion like, hey, we're family, and then like 5 years in, it's like, oh, we don't do this anymore. Not for you.
yeah. So I think I'm already past that stage where like, okay, you know how it works. Like you have to we have to take PTO. But I don't know. I just think it's so dumb. That's why I'm like trying to like be consistent with TikTok as well because like 9 to 5 is not it for me anymore.
Oh, 100%. I'm right there with you. 100%.
Do you work like or what do you do for
Oh,
living?
I'm a fireman in Houston. That's what I do
Oh,
in my regular
nice.
job. Yeah.
Oh, well, I give you all the respect because that's a hard work.
It
Yeah.
is. And I'm blessed that it only works 2 days a week because they're 24-hour shifts. Yeah, it's 24-hour shifts. So technically, with the two shifts, it's 48 hours that you're there making these calls. So I do have a lot of downtime. And this is where I found an outlet where I can communicate with people, make them feel good. Hopefully, it makes me feel good to make you feel good. And then also, I can just work on my communication skills.
Well, listen, your communication is fine. Like, I feel like a guy just needs to listen to a girl, and that's it. That's all it matters. No, but like, well, how long you been doing this broadcast? Now tell me about you.
Yeah, so I've only been doing this for about 2 weeks, this particular podcast. But to be honest with you, this has evolved from so many things. Like I started doing, streaming with gaming type of thing, and it couldn't be consistent, and it couldn't engage with the audience because I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm simple-minded and I could have my mouth open and had to focus on the game. Then I try to do this thing called Johnson TV, where I promote other creators and boost them up, and kind of like almost like a talk show host type of thing. Didn't really do too well with that, and then so now it's evolved to this, where I was like, let me sit down and really think about what is my good skills. My good skill was like being a listener and holding space and being non-judgmental, and then it also got my curiosity. One of my big things, I'm very a curious person, and so I love to see people's stories and their backgrounds and what everything about them essentially, because I like just humans in general. It's why in my line of work I like to help citizens, whatever.
And I'm not trying to reverse the cars, but like, what made you want to like be a better communicator? And like, is it because you had a bad experience, or is because you want to start? It's more for like your inner self. Like, what made you want to do this? Like, I mean, like, why you want to? Why is this your purpose? Like, I'm trying to like understand like what
yeah. So
the layer behind it.
So honestly, if you ever were to go to my page, I have like this whole like kind of like art project I did called Hope from a Stranger. And it was really a reflection of my whole entire life. My child had a lot of like adversities and bad stuff with father figures and narcissistic mothers and 8 siblings in a household with all these different environments. We basically lived like Lord of the Flies, and I lived with multiple other families during this time too, probationary officers, drug addictions, all sorts of stuff. So one of the things I wish that I would have had growing up was maybe either a mentor or a nice, role model type of thing. And I also see, the reflection of how things are today. And it's really getting bad in that sense because there's not a lot of role models and people don't know which way to go. A lot of people are in like an isolation type of thing. They don't have, communication skills or just someone to confide in. So that's why I feel like I can two birds, one stone in that sense. But in the long scheme of things as well, is I was thinking like, well, what do I do in my free time? Do I go back to school and maybe become a therapist? Or, if I do that, AI is going to take my job essentially maybe or whatever. So I was like, what's the one thing that's never going to go away? It's going to be emotional intelligence and communication with a human touch. And so I figured, why not sharpen that?
Yeah, and I think this is a great way to promote that. Like on TikTok Live, keep showing up, keep talking to strangers, even if they're rude. Okay, so my name is Massie, but call me Massie.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, Massie, it was a pleasure speaking with you. And also, I gave you a follow too. I wish you the best in your journey because, yeah, that 9 to 5 is a bunch of bullshit for sure.
It's so dumb. But listen, God is good. So hopefully one day I don't need to do all that.
Fantastic. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your night, all right?
You too. Thank you for chatting.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one. Bye.